We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Hey,
We got four.
This is Alvin Kamara. He'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
No,
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Hey.
Here it comes.
Second down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hey, let's make
Just
it
a couple on the
game.
ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Checks off the sand, buying time to his left. Now he'll let this one go, deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders getting a little tight early and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And take it right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Philly, here we go.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he will find his man on the outside. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Good job, D. Good job.
Leopard.
Oh, I got him.
Gone.
Now Rosen on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red
Gone,
blitz,
gone!
got him into
Gone,
right
gone!
protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit
Gone,
back there. He's got
gone!
a chance to step
Gone,
up with
gone!
some confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Letting one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw on 2nd down is Newton. Oh, he's going to air one
Coming
out.
to you, coming to you.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. 22. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw is Rosen.
Hot.
And incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone!
We got 3 down.
Gone!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 68 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Two tides. Hey.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Watch 12.
Here's a give to Fournette. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what,
and he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown.
Crash, crash, crash.
It's the fullback taking it in. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more beats in and out of the ball. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
56 to Mike.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
180. 56. Check 56. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Again, Camara. Looking to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them. And let Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Mike's 50.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
Hey.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
Switch it.
Oh, now he pulls him over. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackle. Right through that weak tackle attempt.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
4 down.
Now a handoff to Camara. And he stopped immediately there. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey!
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Do something.
We got 4. 56.
Hey.
56, right there. 56.
Say hi.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in the basket and one he normally catches. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So out now come the Cardinals. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
All right, now,
play
lucky
calling,
56.
they're locked in
Lucky
really
56.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Over.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hot.
Pick the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and
All right,
these
now, lucky
dimensions,
56.
I
Lucky
can just tell
56.
you, attrition does set in for a defense because
Detroit!
you're excited
Detroit!
about hitting him in the first half.
Shit.
Maybe not so much in the second half. Some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Tigers will extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Cobb. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin with a run by Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Even.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd
hey.
down went
Green,
backwards.
39.
It's 3rd and very
Green,
long.
39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We got 3 down.
You hear the calls for a penalty,
fellas,
but I just
let's
don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender's making sure the guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
You play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Here we go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down. Hey.
8.
3 down.
Great.
Tight dog.
On 2nd and 10, Newton.
Double up.
He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey.
Go.
Set.
On 3rd down, Newton. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Boy. I see you.
1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
20. Express.
Hey, 4 down.
Set.
On 1st down, Newton forced out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Check.
Gun.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off.
Hey.
Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bucky Hodges, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get
Watch
these
it now,
guys.
Barney!
Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Rosen off the play action. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get over, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Double tight. We got 4.
They keep it on 1st down. Down to the 25.
Get there.
The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
Ooh, baby. Get him, boy.
And we're going to get a timeout.
We got 4
with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42 yards. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
4 down.
On play action, Rosen.
Blitz.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Double tight.
There's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike 51.
This time, Rosen will throw. Dancing to his left.
You.
And he connects to Vance McDonald.
Crash.
Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to get this deep out of Carolina's side of the field. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 58 yards.
Leopard.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Double tight.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll try and push the pile. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Run.
It's the fullback. His second touchdown tonight. Adding on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Kyle. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, we discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey.
I'm coming after you.
Now Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey.
Here's Newton now on second down.
Switch.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Hey.
What is it?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, third and 2.
Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check. Check safety. Check safety.
Great.
Mike. 56 is the mic.
Gun.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
All right, here we go.
what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is
Fournette loses it. It's out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys in the back, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Single.
On first down, it's Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
We got 4.
Watch him now, Barney.
Kill.
On second down, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise you just don't do it.
There's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
That's Kamara. Shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that, one of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though.
Check 56. I'm on.
Hey.
Well, a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, you just dropped the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football.
All right, now, lucky
Swings,
56,
slants,
lucky 56.
quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they didn't forget the underneath route, looking for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, he's going backwards, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they weren't successful.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he punted away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey.
Staying on the ground first with Kamara.
Check 31.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Here we go.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Gun.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, baby.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Odd. 3 down. Odd. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Running with Kamara. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
There's Kamara trying to run for it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Crash.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Run.
Great.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Do some.
Back to the ground on McCaffrey. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Double tight.
Gun.
Hey.
20.
4 down.
They fake the game. Newton. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On the
One
ball,
of the bigger
on the ball.
plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, 4 down.
Gun.
Check three. Check.
Newton now throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback.
And his kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Hand off to Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
No gain on this defense.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
4 down.
Now it's Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We got 4 down.
They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. First down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
I got you.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
No leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation. Late game situation, what are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called big plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Gun.
Like 7.
Gun.
Like 7.
Back to throw.
Rebound.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, nothing happened, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Norman, this is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point try good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano out to kick this one away. Here comes Nelson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get in the field goal range,
Green, 39.
or you have to try another pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Detroit!
With a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Let's go!
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Detroit!
He's back to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Detroit!
A field goal from
Detroit!
this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.